Hey there, Mathite. Thanks so much again for tuning in with another episode of Math with Mullins. Today we are on our final day 3 of fractions and operations with them. This time we're just going to put all operations together, add, subtract, multiply, and divide. But this time we're going to see some negatives. A few things to consider. Before calculating with the fractions, turn any mixed numbers into impropers. That's rule number 1. Remember, when you add and subtract fractions, you have to find that common denominator. Anytime you multiply, you're going to want to multiply straight across. Anytime you divide, you're going to multiply by the reciprocal. Remember, that is keep, change, flip for some of you who need that shortcut. And then always, always, always simplify if possible. If you do have an improper fraction, you can leave it. You don't have to worry about changing it back to a mixed number. Here, we're going to practice calculating some mixed numbers. So again, these are adding and subtracting. So remember, we need to find a common denominator. Let's take time now to pause the video, try number 1, and when you're done, get back to me. First thing I did here is I changed all of these fractions into all these mixed numbers into improper fractions. So I'm going to have 7/3 plus 9/2. Then I changed my denominator to a 6. So the first one I multiplied by 2, the second fraction I multiplied by 3. 2 times 7 is 14, so I have 14/6 for my first fraction and 27/6 for my second fraction. Then, once I took this 27 and I added it to my 14, 27 plus 14 should give me, 31? Plus 14, yep, 31. No, 41. 27 plus 14. Yes, 41/6. Okay, so that's just one way to try number 1. The next one, we have 5 2/3 minus 2 1/6. Again, we're going to change that mixed number to an improper fraction. 3 times 5 is 15, plus 2 is 17/3, minus 2 times 6 is 12, plus 1 is 13/6. Easy way to change this, change everything to the denominator of 6. 2 times 17 is 34/6, minus 13/6. 34 minus 13 will be 21/6, but keep in mind 21 and 6 can both be simplified by 3, to where we get 7/2. Okay, here we go with some additional practicing. Keep in mind though, we have subtractions. We want to show keep, change, change. Anytime we see subtraction, that's what we want to do. We're adding the opposite. Pause the video now, try it on your own. When you're done, click play to check your work. So the first thing I did is I showed my keep, change, change. I'm going to keep 10 4/5, change minus to plus, change negative 13.5 to positive 13.5. Then I went ahead and changed all of these to improper fractions. 5 times 10 plus 4 is 54/5, plus 2 times 13 is 26, plus 1 more is 27/2. What I did next is I changed both of these to have a denominator of 10. So I multiplied the first fraction by 2 and the second fraction by 5. 54 times 2 is 108. 2 times 5 is 10. And 27 times 5, that gives me, 135/10. And since both of these are positives, I'm going to add them, and I'm going to get 243/10. Can't simplify it, so we're good to go with that one. Again, showed my keep, change, change here. Notice that's going to change it to adding 2 negatives, so I'm really just going to add in the end. Negative 12 and 5/6. Let's go ahead and change that one. That'll be negative 77/6 plus negative 22/7. Both 6 and 7 have 42 in common. So this one we had to multiply both things by bigger numbers. Okay. 7 times 77 is 539, so that's negative 539/42. And 22 times 6 is 132/42. Last but not least, I added everything together, and we should get negative 671/42. Big, big number, but hopefully you use that calculator to help guide you through that one. All right, simple multiplication. Remember, we also talked about cross-reducing. I look at my 2 diagonals here. I'm going to divide both of these by 3. So my new fraction will be 5 halves times 1/8. 5 times 1 is 5. 2 times 8 is 16. Boom, I don't have any simplification I need to do here. You could do the same thing here. 17 can go into 34. It goes in there twice. I'm going to divide 17 by 17, 34 by 17, and then I can also divide 20 and 55. I'm going to divide by 5. 20 divided by 5 is 4. 55 divided by 5 is 11. Now I'm doing -1 times 11. That's -11 over 8. Okay. Now we've got some division. Remember, with division, we are doing keep, change, flip. Be very careful with your positives and negatives. Go ahead and take time now to pause the video here. Click play when you're ready to check. All right, keep, change, flip would make this one -7/8 times -15/14. The nice thing here is I can simplify 7 to a 1, 14 to a 2. So I'm going to get -1 times -15, which is a +15, and 8 times 2, which is 16. Keep, change, flip here, 3/20 times 16 over 15. As I flipped that, again, I want to reduce here. 3 divided by 3 is 1. 15 divided by 3 is 5. Then I can do 16 and 20, both divided by 4. 16 divided by 4 is 4. 20 divided by 4 is 5. 1 times 4 on the top is 4. 5 times 5 on the bottom is 25. So my final answer should be 4/25. That is all for today. Go ahead now and take time to try your assignment. Thanks so much for tuning in, and we'll catch you next time.